Today each and every person is familiar with this news. Why it is happened? What happened to our natural resources? Dear students, so far you have learnt about natural resources quite well, but we have not studied about its management, right? So in this chapter, management of natural resources, let's look into that aspect of natural resources. So natural resources are the resources which occur in nature and can exist without action of humankind. For example, water, coal, petroleum and natural gas comes under the category of natural resources. Soil, water and other natural resources are cycled over and over again, but resources like coal, petroleum, wildlife are limited, so should be used in limit. National and international organizations implemented national and international laws for protecting our environment. So let's see an example for such an implementation. Have you heard about Ganga Action Plan? Ganga Action Plan is the project implemented to make River Ganga clean. River Ganga was polluted by human activities like bathing, washing, industrial effluents and also by diseases causing microorganisms. Coliforms are a group of bacteria found in human intestine. Some of the pollutants are harmful even when present in small quantities and sophisticated techniques are required to maintain them. So measuring pH of water. Here pH means potential hydrogen. So the potential hydrogen of water is a technique that can be checked by using universal indicator. There are 3 R's that are used to save the environment. They are, first one is reduce, second one is recycle and the third one is reuse. So reduce use of the natural resources that are available only in fewer amounts. Recycle the waste like plastic, glass and metal items. They can be collected separately and used again to make required things. Reuse, the third point. Reuse means the things should be used again and again. For example, plastic bottle containing pickles can be used again for storing any other material. So these are the 3 R's to save the environment. The 3 R's are, first one reduce, second one recycle and the third one is reuse. So dears, next we are going to talk about the need of managing natural resources. So what is the need of managing natural resources? Do you have any idea? Don't worry, I will explain. The things which are used like roads, buildings, clothes and which are consumed like food, drinks are obtained from natural resources of earth. Natural resources are limited and with the increase in human population, the demand of natural resources are increasing. Damage of environment is caused due to scarcity of natural resources. For example, while mining, large amount of slag is discarded and causes pollution. Natural resources also should be managed to ensure equitable distribution to all. So friends, the next topic is forest and wildlife. Forests are biodiversity hotspots. Biodiversity is a variety of species living in different habitats. Example of a biodiversity includes a porcupine, a jackal, an elephant, a salt tree, an insect, etc. Biodiversity should be preserved because a loss of biodiversity may lead to a loss of ecological stability. All elements along with the stakeholders are largely dependent on forest. Stakeholders are local people who live in forest or around forest and are dependent on forest for firewood, timber, fruits, nuts, medicine and thatches to make huts, basket for collecting foods and implements for fishing and agriculture. The forest department, which owns the land and converted the forest to monocultures of pine, teak plants, and for this Huge areas are cleared of all vegetation, which affected the large amount of biodiversity along with the varied needs of local people. The industrialists use the forest as a source of raw material for their factories. The nature enthusiasts want to conserve nature in its pristine condition. Forests are out to be used in a manner that is both environmentally and developmentally sound. Now let's move on to the next topic, water. Water is a basic necessity to all terrestrial life forms. Human intervention also changes the availability of water in various regions. Water availability is less because of urban waste, diversion of high water demanding crops, etc. Irrigation methods like dams, tanks, canals are used by local people to meet the minimum requirements of agriculture and daily needs. Dams can ensure the storage of water not just for irrigation but also for generating electricity. Canal systems leading from dams can transfer large amount of water to great distances. For example, Indira Gandhi Canal has brought greenery to large areas of Rajasthan, but there is some opposition to the construction of large dams. There are social problems and economic problems. Social problems arise because in order to construct dams, peasants and tribal are replaced without adequate compensation. Economic problems are caused because public spend large amount of money and they do not get benefit. Next topic is water harvesting. Water conservation increases biomass production. The aim of water harvesting is to develop primary resources of land and water to produce secondary resources. Khadins, tanks, nadis in Rajasthan, bandaras, tals in Maharashtra, ahars and pines in Bihar, surangams in Kerala, bundis in Madhya Pradesh, eris in Tamil Nadu, kattas in Karnataka are some of the water harvesting systems. In largely level terrains, the rainwater harvesting structures are crescent-shaped earthen embankments, straight concrete and trouble-check dams built across seasonally flooded gullies. The advantage of water stored in grounds are that it does not evaporate. It spreads out to recharge wells and provide moisture for vegetation over a wide area. It does not provide breeding ground for mosquito and it is protected from human and animal waste. Now let's come to the last topic of this chapter, coal and petroleum. Fossil fuels like coal and petroleum are important source of energy. Coal and petroleum are formed from the degradation of biomass millions of years ago. It contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and sulfur. When coal and petroleum are burnt, the products are carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen and oxides of sulfur. So when the combustion takes place in sufficient air, the carbon monoxide is formed instead of carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide, the oxide of sulfur and nitrogen are poisonous at higher concentration. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Coal and petroleum contains large amount of carbon. If all this carbon is converted to carbon dioxide, it can cause intense global warming and so the natural resources should be used judicially. So friends, this is the end of this chapter. So dear students, in today's class we have studied about natural resources. It's a very interesting and important chapter. In next video, I will come back with another important chapter for you. So till then, goodbye. So after the end of this chapter, the important points to be remembered is, first point, protecting the natural resources. Second point is need of managing natural resources, and the third point is forest and wildlife. Fourth point, water and water harvesting, and the fifth and the final point is coal and petroleum. And the important questions that you have to be checked out from this chapter is, first question, why do we need to manage our resources? Second question, explain the 3 R's to save natural resources. Third question, what is Ganga action plan? Fourth question, give a short description on the criticism of large dams. Fifth question, what is the significance of rainwater harvesting? So these 5 questions are the most important questions that you have to be checked out from this chapter. So dear students, in today's class we have studied about natural resources. It's a very interesting and important chapter. In next video, I will come back with another important chapter for you. So till then,